So we want to break down the structure of a Google Ads search campaign. It's actually very simple once you get your head around it, but in order to get your head around it, you need to really understand it. I've broken this down into a sort of a framework here. All of my frameworks are available for download or to have a look at in the description. So not only will you get access to this one, but you'll get access to all of these for absolutely free. So check that out in the description. But let's get onto it. So we're going to break down the structure of a search campaign. So firstly, the top line is we have the number one daddy. So we have the number one daddy. It is the campaign itself. So if we look on here, this is the best way to sort of break down the campaign. So on the side here, we have our campaign. This is what it is here. And in each of these within here are our ad groups. So it's the campaign first, followed by the ad groups. So this is it. Our campaign is number one. And this is our campaign objective. We can break this down into sales or leads. This is where we put our location targeting, and this is where our bidding strategy is decided. It is just the umbrella to everything we house in our campaign. So second up, like I showed you, we have our ad groups, which are here again. These are the sort of segmentations of keywords that we are going to be bidding for within this main umbrella for the campaign. So for this example, this campaign is for emergency plumbers in Bristol. If I zoom on this here, this campaign is for emergency plumber in Bristol. Our campaign ad groups are then segmented into similar searches for an emergency plumber. So from the keyword research we did, we found out that the similar searches that people search for emergency plumber are 24-hour plumber, emergency plumber, a same-day plumber, and urgent plumber. So these are 4 ad groups that are very, very similar to emergency plumber. But the reason we want to be very, very similar but segment it out like this is because we can be more specific with the ads that we include within our ad groups. So as we just said, what comes up next after the ad group is our ads. These aren't as visibly seen on this. So to have a look at these, we need to actually click on our ad group on the side here, and then go to ads and assets and click on our ads here. So with Google, you have a responsive search ad, which means we have 15 headlines. So the headlines are this bit, the descriptions are this bit. So we have 15 headlines to fill and 4 descriptions to fill. So there's quite a lot, but I do have a video where I go over how to structure Google ad copy so you can create high converting headlines and descriptions. That'll be linked in the description. So once we have our ads, our ad then links to your websites. Okay. And then that's the process of your campaign. It goes campaign, ad group, ads to your website. Okay. But it doesn't just end there, because we have other things that we can add on to the campaign, add on to our ads to encourage people to convert. What these are sort of campaign extras, or they're sort of titled ad extensions. So if we see here, we have our headline, this bit here, we have our description, this bit here, and then what this one is called is a site link. It's sort of like I like to see on a website when you have a navigation bar. A site link is similar to what a navigation bar is and should be segmented to how you have your navigation bar. It should be the main part of your website. And as it says, it links to those sections of your website. So the number one that I like to use and that you should definitely use in your search campaign is a site link. So it doesn't show it here, but sometimes you can get a little image that goes on the right hand side here that would be relevant to what your search is, and you can pick this yourself. So image extensions are really good because typically Google search campaigns are just text heavy, but now the introduction of images makes the eye a bit more drawn to this section and should definitely be used. So another ad extension which is really good to use is a phone number extension. You can have it, it appears just around here, and it's really good if you want people to call immediately now. Second of all, we have callouts, which are again are similar section here. They just pop up here and they are just sort of highlights of your website and just really sort of keywords that will encourage someone to convert. And finally, we have promotions. So I'm not really going to go over too much of the ad extension now, but that gives you a top level line of what you can include within your campaign. So let's just summarize what we have here. So number one is our campaign. This houses absolutely everything. Second of all, we segment the campaign per ad group, which is where our keywords live. Our keywords live in our ad groups, both our search keywords and our negative keywords. Second, after that, we have our ads, which has 15 headlines for descriptions, and then our ad links to your websites. Okay, so that's a general flow of what a campaign is. And then on top of that, we have our campaign extras, which basically make our ads look more attractive and give it more aspects that the user can actually click through to. So yeah, that's the overall structure. If you want to look at this framework itself, just click in the description. There's a link there where you can have a look at this and all of my other frameworks I've created. Okay, thank you guys.